Hello, Zagro here again, and this is a video reply to Steve Binley's Friday Talkie rant about double loading. Just so happens that I can answer one question, but before I get any further, I want you to realize that this is where I am on his video. I haven't gone any further. I had to make this little bit of a reply now before I continued. There may be more added to it, who knows. But, yeah. I didn't have a Commodore 64 as a kid at other tape load systems. I know exactly what you're talking about, but this is something that really does bug me as well with multi-loaders. But the first one that you saw on the loading screen where it loaded the picture and played the music is actually called a loader. It's a small program that loads, and it's a way to speed up your load time, believe it or not. So be thankful for the little screen at the beginning. The music that's playing for the most part and the picture probably took you less than 30 seconds to actually load that. The game data was much more prevalent, believe me. But yeah, what you just experienced was ridiculous. It should have brought you through those options without all of the extra mushnugana that you went through. But here is my own personal annoyance right at the moment, simply because I've been having some troubles with this disc. Okay, I had the wrong disc. This is the actual disc I meant to pull to begin with. Most of them are black, and I knew it was a multicolored disc, but anyway, it's heavy metal. I was actually kind of surprised because the red disc game was the one that would not load earlier for anything. And it loaded perfectly this time, 3 times in a row, so I don't know, maybe there was some fuzz on it or something. This is heavy metal. Now I can get this game to almost load, and it kind of stops after I flip the disc a few times, but multi-part loading program. Here we go. And I was actually really hoping to play this because it looked interesting. It seems to be some kind of a tank game. And power on the Commodore. There we go. Yeah. Hands. Then one, but what do you expect? And the game loads. Getting it this far has never been a problem. Alright, now, it gives us the option to do fast loading or normal loading. It seems to respond the same either way. Since I'm using an accelerator disk drive, I'm going to use normal loading because I don't want the drive to act weird, since it's not a real Commodore 1541. Do you want to adjust the sound? No. Insert back of disk and press return. Of course. We couldn't put the loading sequence in the first part of the disk. Of course not. Turn the disk over. Close the disk. And hit enter. Return. Loading heavy metal. Loading. I really like the load sequence of this. Yes, I do. This isn't it. It's coming up. Here it is. Okay, mind you, right now the disk drive is, well, was doing nothing, now it's doing something. There we go. All that for it to tell you to turn the disk over again. Oh wait, it wants return, not the space bar. Okay, there we go. Return. Well, stepper drive, disk drives. Okay, now we're back to this. So it'll just sit here if we let it. And what I do with the joystick. Okay, play the game. Demonstration. What shall we choose? Let's choose demonstration. Now watch, because the humidity's high today, it's actually going to run the game. They seem to work on the other disc. Who knows? Alright, let's go with this one. And let's see if it locks up or if it actually runs. Now, I did once get it to here, and it told me to turn the disk over again. I don't know why, because it let me through another time. It's a little bit more interesting than a black screen. That's not a good one. Uh-oh, error. And we're stuck. Error. Which is where it does it most of the time. Sometimes we can get a little bit further into it, but it eventually hits a section of the disc that it just can't handle. Let's see, can I get the light to reflect off of this? Now, you'll notice that this disc is... The reflection on it's a little dim. And that has to do with the age of the disc. This is actually the very beginnings of what's known as disc rot. This disc is not a disc that has particularly been well cared for. I picked up the lot of discs from a very damp place. In fact, most of them required drying. But here's a disc that you can see it's a lot shinier. This one works good. I got it mixed up with the other one. I know, because they're just multicolored discs. Good game, but time consuming to get started. And I need the manual, which is buried in a box. Alright. But, flip the screen around. There we go. There you go. Multi-part loading does not just affect tape games. Multi-part loading affects everybody, even disc people. By the way, if you happen to have a copy of this game, let me know if you can get a clean copy of it. I would love to have this repaired. I want to try it badly. The game just has a couple sections that are screwed up, so I think there's just a block or two on the disc that it can't read. Also, vicariously, I need a disk copy program for the Commodore 64, if anybody knows of one. a good one. And I love you to see half my face. And this is Zagro signing out for your multi-load, multi-part. Flip the discs around, turn the tape over. Speaking of tapes, I'd love to get a tape drive. I need to get a data set for this. At least then I can get some programs over from the computer to the Commodore. But hey, I'll leave you with this. Error! Error! Error!